It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. A good pickup there, a 22. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On second and goal, Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waiting for the offense to make a mistake. And as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or second seed come playoff time.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman finding room at midfield. The 30. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Winston. And he fires one incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. There's Chris Olave. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Saints at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses of big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in their last ball game. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On third down, Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Slot man moves right. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, he has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints have taken the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to down. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson being chased out left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Jackson. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been as negative ways he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything had to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Now it's Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Jackson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To try again after the sack. Winston, he's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Even.
They start the second half with Kamara. Oh, good move. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Hill with a give to Kamara on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Here's Winston. This is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. There he goes right side. wide. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to one now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 29, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
A first down throw for Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Winston. Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down. Dalvin's going to take the handoff on the option.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Another run here with Dobbins.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play fake. Winston.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw, Winston.
Olave over the middle.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 66 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
31 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Winston to throw it this time. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throwing, Jackson.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Jackson.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cohen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for New Orleans, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until Week 11.